Do you know what truly keeps someone awake at night after they've hurt you? After they walked away, betrayed your trust, or treated your loyalty like it was disposable? It's not the angry messages sent at 2 a.m. It's not blocking them, unblocking them, checking their profile, then pretending you don't care. And it's definitely not those quiet, passive-aggressive posts that secretly scream, "Look what you did to me." All of that is just noise. And noise is cheap. Noise gives them power. The ancient Stoics understood something most people never will. The most devastating response is not rage. It is not revenge. It is not even indifference. It is erasure. When you remove your emotional presence completely, when you stop reacting, explaining, chasing, or proving, something unsettling begins to happen on the other side. Today, I'm going to show you 5 silent habits, 5 invisible psychological strikes rooted in Stoic wisdom. They don't announce themselves, they don't seek validation, but they cut deeper than anything you could ever say. And when you practice them, something strange happens. The ones who dismissed you, the ones who abandoned you, the ones who underestimated your strength start thinking about you in silence. They feel guilt. They replay old conversations. They watch you from a distance, trying to understand how you moved on so calmly. Some of them will even come back, hesitant, confused, and humbled, begging for access to a version of you that no longer exists. But here's the real victory. When they finally return, when the apology arrives, when the regret surfaces, you may realize something powerful. You don't need them anymore. Forget the soft, sentimental advice that tells you to just be nice or forgive quickly. This is not weakness. This is not ego. This is the discipline of the strong. This is emotional mastery. This is Stoicism in motion. Welcome to Stoic Sage Academy. Let's begin. Habit 1. Reduce them to a stranger. When someone hurts you, their ego is not quiet. It's watching. It's waiting. They expect a reaction. They expect tears. They expect anger. They expect you to collapse, to beg, to explode. Why? Because both desperate love and furious rage send the same message. You still matter to me. You still have power over my emotions. Do not give them that satisfaction. Instead, give them something far more unsettling. Give them the treatment of a stranger. After the wound is inflicted, you show nothing. No anger, no sadness, no explanations. You become emotionally empty, not bitter, not dramatic, just gone. If you accidentally cross paths on the street, you offer a small nod, maybe a brief, polite hi. Then you keep walking. No stopping, no awkward conversations to clear the air, no emotional speeches, no accusing glances. Polite, calm, cold as ice. This single act fractures their mind. Why? Because it creates a terrifying void inside their ego. They begin asking questions that torture them in silence. Like, wait, do I mean nothing now? Yesterday I was the center of their world. How did I become invisible overnight? Was I replaced that easily? Stoic philosophy teaches us to detach from what disturbs our inner peace. You remove them from importance. You downgrade them from a central figure to a nameless passerby. You delete them from the operating system of your life, the same way you delete a useless app from your phone. They are not an enemy. They are not a friend. They are nothing. Remember this truth. Hatred is not the opposite of love. Indifference is. When you treat them like air, you're telling them their access to you has expired. While they spiral, wondering why you're not devastated, you are living in absolute calm. But be careful. Many people fail right here. They act cold while secretly waiting for a reaction. They pretend indifference while checking their phone every 5 minutes. That is not power. Real power is not in what they can see. Real power is in what you do when they are no longer part of your world. And that leads us to the next habit. This one changes the entire game forever. Habit 2. Build a new life that thrives without them. Now they're gone. The stage is empty. And this is where real regret begins to grow inside them. While they imagine you alone at home, broken, miserable, replaying memories, you do the exact opposite. You rebuild. You upgrade your circle. You meet new people, better people, people with ambition, people with positivity, people who respect your presence, people who laugh loudly with you, people who support the future you're building. You go to new places. You learn new skills. You say yes to growth. And most importantly, you let your happiness appear naturally, not staged, not fake, not the forced smiles posted online just to get a reaction. Real joy, the kind that shows up in unfiltered moments, in your eyes, in the way you laugh beside people who actually value you. This destroys them from the inside. Picture it. They secretly check your page, and trust me, they will. They expect sadness. They expect loneliness. Instead, they see you glowing. New faces, genuine smiles, a life that looks fuller, and their mind begins screaming, "Who are these people? Why are they so happy? Why does she look better now that I'm gone? Why does he seem alive?" And then comes the sharpest blade to their ego. They realize something painful. They could have been there. They could have stood beside you in that life. They had a front row seat, a VIP ticket, and they threw it away. They see others treating you like a treasure, and it hits them. They were the fool who discarded it. Jealousy mixed with regret is a powerful poison. Every smile, every achievement, every quiet win is another drop sinking deeper into their mind. You prove a brutal truth. They were never the destination. They were the obstacle. You didn't need them to build a beautiful life. You only needed them to leave so something better could enter. As Seneca said, "Do not stumble over what is behind you. Run forward into a light so bright the shadows of your past cannot keep up." Habit 3. Master your reactions. Silence breaks their manipulation. This is the hardest habit and also the most powerful. I call it becoming the stone wall. Someone who hurts you will eventually test you again. They poke, they bait, they post sad songs, they upload cozy photos with someone new just to get under your skin. They gossip, they provoke, they perform, all for one thing: your attention. Habit 3 is simple. Do not react. They provoke, you remain still. They try to make you jealous, you don't flinch. They spread rumors, you shrug and keep moving. This is the Stoic art of ignoring. Epictetus taught, no one can harm you unless you allow them to disturb you. The moment you react, they hand them the remote control of your emotions. They press anger, you explode. They press jealousy, they win. But when you stand unmoved, like stone against crashing waves, they panic. Your indifference becomes psychological torture to a manipulator. They need to matter. They need to feel powerful. And when their actions bounce off you like rain hitting an umbrella, their sense of control collapses. They try harder. A casual message appears. Hey, how have you been? They bring up memories. They test boundaries. And you remain the same, calm, distant, unmoved.
As if they are nothing more than a mosquito buzzing nearby, and you can't even be bothered to swat it away. The message is devastating. You can no longer make me happy. You can no longer make me sad. And you definitely can't make me angry. You have lost all power. When they realize this, their ego shatters. They don't just lose you physically, they lose you spiritually. And that is total defeat. At this point, you've already won most of the battle, but the final habits determine whether you are truly operating at a higher level or simply pretending to be strong. And the next one draws that line clearly. Habit 4. High road silence. No gossip, no explanations, no revenge. This habit sounds insane in today's call-out culture, but it is the secret weapon of the Stoic mind. When people ask what happened, when they ask about the person who hurt you, you don't trash them, you don't insult them, you don't list every wrong they committed, you don't perform the role of the wounded victim. Instead, you say one calm, razor-sharp sentence. Things didn't work out. I'm focused on better things now. And you stop. Why do this? Why not destroy their reputation? Because silence is class. They expect a mud fight. They want accusations. They want chaos. Because the moment you lash out, they get to say, "See, I was right. They're unstable." Your anger becomes their excuse. Your pain becomes their shield. But when you choose silence, you rip that shield away. Imagine this. A mutual friend goes back to them and says, "I saw them recently. They didn't say a single bad thing about you. They just said they've moved on." That sentence hits harder than any insult ever could. They can't twist the story. They can't play the victim. They are left alone with their conscience in a quiet room with no noise to distract them. And suddenly they think, "I treated them poorly, and they still protected my dignity." Your grace exposes their lack of it. Your calm highlights their smallness. Your composure shows everyone who truly grew. People notice. You become the one with character, the one who evolved, the treasure they were foolish enough to throw away. Never lower yourself to the level of someone who hurt you. Stand above, where your silence thunders louder than any revenge ever could. Habit 5, silent forgiveness, the final liberation. And here it is, the most powerful habit of all, silent forgiveness. Deep inside, privately, you forgive them. Wait, listen carefully. You don't forgive them because they deserve it. They may never deserve it. You don't forgive them because they apologized. They may never apologize. You forgive them for you. Stoicism teaches that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. As long as you hate them, you are still tied to them. The chains of resentment are heavier than the chains of love. They still control your sleep, your thoughts, your peace. Cut the chain. Let it go, like releasing a balloon into the sky. But here's the crucial part. Never tell them.
Don't send a message. Don't ask for closure. Don't announce forgiveness. You forgive silently and move on. Why? Because that is the highest form of freedom. When you forgive in silence, you reclaim every ounce of energy. The pain stops waking you at night. The bitterness no longer poisons your good days. You become light, unburdened, free, and they feel it, even from a distance. Energy never lies. When they hear about you, when they see you from afar, they sense the shift. You are glowing. You are at peace. That terrifies them because it means you didn't just move on, you transcended, not halfway healed, not pretending to be fine, done, completely. They realize they can't apologize their way back. They can't fix it. They can't undo it. You processed that emotional data and deleted it forever. That's when the deepest regret settles into their bones. I hurt someone strong enough to forgive me, someone pure, and now I can never have them back. Your forgiveness is a gift to yourself, but for them, it becomes the greatest loss of their life. Look closely now. What you've just learned is not a strategy for petty revenge. It is not manipulation. It is not about winning a psychological battle against someone who hurt you. This is the path of rebirth. These 5 habits were never meant to make someone regret losing you. That outcome is only a side effect. Their real purpose is far greater. They bring you back to yourself. When you treat them like a stranger, you honor your present. You reclaim your emotional space and protect your peace. When you build a new life, you honor your future. You choose growth over stagnation, expansion over loss. When you refuse to react, you honor your emotions. You stop handing your inner world to someone who no longer deserves access. When you take the high road in silence, you honor your dignity. You prove to yourself more than anyone else that your character is not negotiable. And when you forgive quietly, deeply, without announcement, you do something rare. You free your soul. So stop wasting even one more second thinking about how to make them feel pain. Stop rehearsing imaginary victories. Stop waiting for regret, apologies, or closure. The sweetest revenge is far more subtle and far more powerful. It is the moment you look back and realize they no longer matter at all. Not because you hardened your heart, but because you outgrew the wound. You have already won, not because you defeated them, but because you rose beyond them. And that is the ultimate Stoic victory. If you are ready to release the past, if you are ready to step into the strongest, calmest, most disciplined era of your life, leave a comment below with these words: I choose myself. Subscribe to Stoic Sage Academy and turn on notifications. We are only at the beginning of becoming truly unbreakable. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing strength over chaos. Live with discipline. Live with dignity. Live strong.